Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to the #1 channel on real estate. Now before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, and if you enjoy the video, make sure you subscribe to be part of the Daily Hit family. Now let's get back to the video. Buying a house is one of the most stressful and exciting things you can do. But buying an old or new house each comes with its own set of considerations. In this video, we'll walk through 5 important things to know when buying either type of property, including how to tell if it's worth buying. If you're thinking about purchasing a home in the near future, watch this video for some helpful tips on what to consider before you buy. 5 things to consider when purchasing an old or new home. Old house versus new house. When looking for a home, this may be one of your most important decisions. Is it better to buy new or used? Is it true that homes like wine improve with time? There's no one-size-fits-all solution, but there are differences between each purchase. According to Cedric Stewart, a residential and commercial sales representative with Keller Williams Realty in Washington, D.C., both new construction and fixer-uppers have their own set of benefits. All of this indicates that your final answer might come down to a personal preference, so keep the following points in mind while deciding whether an old or new one is best for you. Number 1. Old house versus new house. How much house can you afford? New may be appealing, but you're going to pay for all that newness. The median cost of a recently built home is $335,400. Meanwhile, the typical price of an old house, often known as an existing home in real estate jargon, is only $240,500. In other words, you'll cough up almost $100,000 or 30% more for a new house. That's a significant jump in price. However, the money you save by purchasing an older home may not last long, as old homes are usually less energy efficient and thus cost more to heat and cool. Something will eventually break down too, sooner or later. Which brings us to our next point. Number 2, maintenance. Love it or loathe it? Just like us, as we get older, old houses require maintenance, repairs, and replacements. On the other hand, new houses should be worry-free for many years, according to Stewart. In most cases, no significant out-of-pocket expenditures are expected for at least 8 to 10 years with a brand new hot water heater, HVAC system, and roof. If you're looking for a simpler life without hassles or don't want to put money aside for unexpected expenses, buying a new home might be the way to go. With a brand new home, you'll have peace of mind that all systems are fresh and up to date, and that there will be no issues down the line, notes Kareeb Daniel Martin, residential architect in the Washington, D.C. area. Some of those issues can be pretty drastic. If you've never heard about knob and tube wiring, which is usually seen in older homes, check it out. Consider how much it would cost to have it fixed or replaced. If you decide to buy an old home, having a comprehensive home inspection is essential. Doing so won't only help you negotiate a lower price, but it'll also allow you to see all the issues that need to be fixed, and then you actually need to fix them. A little repair now may save you a large overhaul later, especially in the case of drainage, roofing, windows, doors, and trim, says Christy Murdoch Edgar, a real estate agent in Northern Virginia and Washington, D.C. Also, if you decide to sell that property again later, those same old issues will no doubt pop up again during the next home inspection. Number 3. Investment. Want a proven track record, or are you willing to take a risk? A house isn't only a family gathering place, it's also a financial investment. With an older home, you may look on paper at how much the property has appreciated over time. While that isn't enough to ensure future market appeal, at the very least you've got something to go on, says Robert Dietz, chief economist for the National Association of Home Builders. As for a new house, well, with no track record to look back on, this purchase might be seen as more of a gamble. The price could shoot up, or it could plummet. But in case things go south, there is one silver lining. You'll have less work to do in ensuring that the home meets the demands of the market in terms of energy, efficiency, design, and other features, says Dietz. Number 4. Home design. Dig vintage or modern? When it comes to selecting a house, appearance is important. Both old and new houses have their supporters. In an older house, you'll likely have a sense of historic tradition as well as meticulous attention to detail. Crown molding, a real hardwood floor, and if you're lucky, a hidden back stairwell or dumbwaiter are all great ideas. On the other side of this debate, brand new homes frequently have the latest and greatest. For example, open living rooms with broad, accessible hallways, and bathrooms and kitchens with energy-efficient, on-trend features on the market. Number 5. Can you get the best of both worlds? Stewart gets this response all the time. How people want modern features in their new home, but not necessarily a brand new one. The common refrain is they just don't make things like they used to. If you feel the same way, there is a solution. Buy an older house with good bones and utilize the opportunity to renovate it or hire someone to do so, Stewart notes. To put it another way, you may not necessarily have to choose between an old house and a new one after all. The old house has a lot of character and charm, but the new one will have more modern amenities. Ultimately, it comes down to what you're looking for in your next home. If you're searching for something old with lots of history, or you just want that old-fashioned feel, then an old house might be perfect for you. On the other hand, if new was your thing, then why not go all out? A newer home would offer so many more opportunities than an older one could ever provide.